Welcome back to the Beer Banter Podcast, episode 3. I'm your host, Trevor, and this is my guest host, Jamie.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Hey, yeah. Nice.
We're going to talk about some beer news happening around us, and at the end of the episode, we're going to taste some American IPAs. This is our assistant producer, Luna. So,
how are you, Luna?
Stay with us.
Big day.
And we'll have all the things you want to hear coming up at you.
About beer?
About anything. All right, we're getting into it here. Some sad news coming 5 days ago, actually, about Mill Street closing their production facility. On Bermondsey Road in North York.
Jeez.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No, this is news to me. It's really unfortunate.
I'm going to read a short article here. Labatt is consolidating its brewing operations by closing the Mill Street Brewery's North York facility and moving its production to the larger Labatt plant in London, Ontario. This decision, made a decade after Labatt acquired Mill Street, will unfortunately lead to the layoffs of 39 employees. The fate of many of Mill Street's beer brands remains unclear, although the brewpub locations in Toronto, Ottawa, and the one at the airport are expected to remain open.
There's one at the airport?
Yeah, there's a little one there at the airport.
I thought there was only a Henderson Rush brewpub at the airport.
Henderson Rush is at arrivals.
Oh, yeah.
I think this one's at departures.
Yeah. Whoa.
The closure of the North York Brewery marks a significant shift for the Mill Street brand, which was originally established in Toronto. Of course, we live above it. We're above it right now, if you didn't know that. They're going crazy on the patio right now.
Yeah,
back and forth. Labatt has stated the move will optimize production. It has also sparked disappointment among loyal Mill Street customers who have expressed their sadness over the news.
How can you even drink organic liquid anymore?
The future...
I think it's gone. It's done forever.
Organic will be done at the Labatt plant in London, but the future availability of their favorite Mill Street beers outside of the brew pubs remains a point of concern. That's basically what everyone's up in arms about.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
So will you be able to drink Tank House in the next year or beyond? Will you be able to drink the Haze Phase IPA?
Can you get it in bottles or cans?
From what I've also heard, the rent at the production facility was up for renewal, and it just got too expensive.
Is that in Guelph?
It's in North York.
North York, okay.
Yeah.
It's a terrific day.
I know that.
Huh?
And the sun's shining in the sky, and the birds are singing songs in the pastures.
And we won't, no more aluminum cans.
Aluminum's
Do you think maybe we're just going to go back to bottles? That'd be cool.
I would love it, though. Usually when you buy a bottle at a brewery, $20 to $24.
Yeah.
So depending on the price of glass, the upside,
but now
the profits margins are higher.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because bottles age better than cans.
Yeah. Storage is harder.
Yeah. Storage is harder.
Damage is bigger.
You're going to have to take all the shelves out of your fridges, guys. Bottles can get pretty tall.
Caps.
Yeah.
Order
caps and corks.
Order 100,000 million caps as a minimum to have your logo on the top of it.
I have 38 left over if anybody wants to buy them. I'm not using them right now. So
it's in a sandwich baggie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's very sad because I mean the brew pub here, they brew a lot of beer for the brewery.
Yeah, the one-offs they do here are really good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great to pop in there for a pint.
Yeah.
Just at the tap room area. Like,
yeah.
You don't have to worry about the restaurant, like you're not getting food.
Avoid it at all costs.
You're just like, well, no, the restaurant's great, but it's like, you don't have to worry about like sitting down and being like, oh, I'm just having a beer. Like the tap room's just like there.
It's right there. Yeah. And then you got the like to go stuff. And they do can on site there too, right?
I think so.
So the one-offs you can get.
Yeah.
But this one's staying open. So that's good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So there's still like life left in the brand, which is good. They're just on the venture of the mega places closing, which is like really too bad.
Yeah, it's one of the breweries that you would expect to just be open forever. Even after Labatt acquired them, Labatt has been known to support brands.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the move to destroy the brand by any means. But
AB InBev.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Guinness not on that too?
While Labatt Breweries of Canada brews Guinness Extra Stout under license, the brand itself is owned by the British-based multinational alcoholic beverage maker Diageo, not Labatt.
Really, really big. And that's the whole like importing.
I think they do can some Guinness at Labatt for Canada.
Yeah.
But all kegs come from Ireland.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's what I actually looked this up a while ago. I kind of forget. But Labatt bought Banded Peak in Calgary a few years ago and has done nothing but support. They ended up being able to build a whole new production facility. It's kind of surprising that 10 years into the acquisition, they're closing the facility. They put from what I've heard, they put a lot of money into that facility.
Yeah.
They have a huge brew house, huge canning line.
Did it all start down here and then it moved out there?
I believe so. This is
kind of like the Steam Whistle story arc.
I think this says since 2004, possibly.
Wow.
Mill Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great spot. Distillery District.
Yeah.
Just watched Tommy Boy 30th anniversary.
Yes. We'll watch it tonight. Yeah.
Love my little naughty Pat. You're naughty.
So that's really
Too
sad.
bad. To that facility.
To Mill Street and all the employees that are unfortunately going to be no longer working there.
Yeah,
we wish you the best. And
it's a real shame.
If any of you want to start a brewery, parlaying that into my next news item, Longslice. Longslice Brewery is officially up for sale. So I'm going to read this short little blurb. The Aviary and Longslice Brewpub in Toronto has closed, citing tough times and the ongoing impact of the pandemic and current recession. The brewpub, which also housed the Longslice Brewery, was a popular spot in the Canary District for 6 years, and it was known as a safe space for the community. Owners announced the sale of the business in December 2024. It appears the closure occurred in February 2025. Yes, late February. Patrons have expressed their disappointment and shared fond memories of the establishment, praising its atmosphere and contributions to the community.
It's okay.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry on my own podcast.
They had some great times there.
Yeah.
And it was just tough.
I really gotta say, the food there was great. I never had a bad meal there. I wish the beer was more what I liked. I don't ever beer shame anybody. If you like that beer, it's great. But I don't know. I just wanted a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more interesting beer styles. They had their classic. Here's our pale ale. Here's our IPA.
Yeah.
Here's our lager. Here's our sour. Here's our
it was to code
fruited beer.
Everything was to code.
Yeah, and
fruited sour. Yeah,
it's a classic example of what I think a lot of breweries started doing in the last 5 years, which is focus on one or two things and do them really well. Obviously, we know Steam Whistle.
Wow.
They tried
pulling the old slogan out of the sock there.
Steam Whistle tried to do they tried to do a pale ale. They tried to do a couple other things like a Vienna lager or something like that. Oh yeah, because
there's some blue. Didn't they do blue bottles for a hot minute?
Something. They did a bunch of stuff. I can remember going to Roundhouse and being able to get you can obviously get new they do bows there as well.
Now it's all that because they're hybrid companies, which is the hybrid company for anybody over a certain amount of volume is kind of where you have to be now. Yeah. Because you got to join forces to make it. Yeah. Because it's it's competitive, but it's also with everything going on, shit's expensive.
It's like Costco making Kirkland stuff. I
love a good Kirkland sauce.
It's they can carry for diapers, they can carry Pampers, they can carry Huggies, and then they carry Kirkland, which is a couple dollars cheaper. You're obviously going to go with those. Yeah. And spoiler alert, they're actually made by Huggies. They just put their Kirkland brand on it.
Hell yeah, white label. And in America, the Kirkland white label beer is Deschutes.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah.
There's a good one.
There you have it.
There's a pretty good one.
I was in a Costco near the Edmonton airport recently because I was looking for beer and I was like, oh, they have a Costco beer store there. I go in and you can only buy 12 or 24 packs. At the smallest was a 12 pack. And we were flying out the next day.
They're you got a lot of shotgunning to do.
And I was like, I was like, can I buy singles? He's like, no, sorry, man. But it was all the main brands on the bottom, and then like they had Kirkland brand like on the shelf, like right at your eyesight. I'm like, I know what's going on here.
Perfect.
And I'm wondering how good it is. But like if it's the shoots, that's in America though.
That's in America.
I wonder what it is in Canada. But yeah, so doing one thing really well or two things really well. Name some of the breweries in Toronto. Left Field. They do great IPAs. They can also do
Good sours.
a good sour, a good lager.
Yep.
But I would say their focus is IPAs. I think that's what their main, like
Strong.
the people who come to the Left Field want to drink a
We
Greenwood
did-
or a...
We did Greenwood the other day, one of yours.
Yes.
One of your top picks. Nice one. I got it second try, I think.
I think you got a first try.
First
That one.
try?
Yeah. Go back to episode 2
Shit.
and tell us what try you got.
I think Cannonball is another IPA that they do that's really good.
Yeah, Cannonball. I just had a frozen rope recently as a short can.
I'm taking pills for that.
6 Yeah, how's it going?
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about health performance.
Health
later.
and wellness podcast.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
And I just had their Double Dan IPA at Left Field Liberty Village.
Oh, yeah.
After judging for the Canadian Brewing Awards.
Nice.
We all went there and
Yeah.
that was a great beer too. It was fresh. Like I knew they had released it like 3 days earlier. So I'm like, give me whatever's fresh. Like, is this the freshest one? So,
Yeah.
And I know, typically IPAs are like 2 weeks in, they're like at their peak. Sometimes 4 or 5 weeks, they start going, the
A little
hops.
sliding down the hill. Trevor, how was the judging for the Canadian Brewing Awards? Can you tell us the top champion?
I can't because I don't know.
Undisclosed.
It's all anonymous.
Sorry, disclosed. Not undisclosed.
Undisclosed.
Undisclosed. It's completely open.
Anonymous. It was really cool. It was really cool meeting up with a lot of other beer nerds and some who have their BJCP and some who have no qualifications whatsoever. Some who are grandmasters. Some who are like high up in Cicerones. People of Prud'homme, yeah, that's another one.
Nice.
But a lot of people that just love beer. Yeah, it was a really cool experience. The thing that got really tiring was my first category, the first day that I started.
American lager.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes. It goes by appearance, aroma, flavor, overall, any off flavors, diacetyl, dimethyl sulfide, astringency. But I don't know how many times I can just go clear, light gold, light body, light in flavor, like light in hops, light everything. I was like, holy, they all just, that category of American light lagers and cream ales, they just all,
hard too.
They just all start tasting the same.
Yeah.
And I'm just like finding myself writing the same things, but I can taste the subtle nuances of certain things. Like I could tell when I got something that was decocted, for instance.
Ooh, yeah.
I can get that extra little breadiness of the boiling the mash for
clean
a bit.
Then like a nice clean finish.
And the clean finish was low fermentation character, but really great like flavor. And so I was excited when I got some of those samples, but yeah. So my favorite part was at the very last flight that I judged were all imperial stouts. And I don't typically...
Was there my favorite category, the Imperial IPA?
There were Imperial IPAs.
Right after
but I only had one.
Sorry,
yeah,
excuse you.
That was great. It was nice to catch up with some people. I had a friend, Colin, in town from Calgary. He was the head brewer at Dandy. Now he's the head brewer at Brewsmith, which just opened up in Bowness. If you gotta go grab a beer in Bowness in Calgary, check it out. So yeah, it was great. On the topic of Longslice too, I'm just
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like pick a thing or two things and like just pump out the best you can, and hopefully it'll catch on. If it's good, it'll catch on.
People will like it.
If you brew it, people will come. If you brew it well, people will come. And I hate to say it because a lot of people hate this shit, but hazy IPAs sell. I didn't see one hazy IPA on their menu ever.
At Longslice?
Ever.
Yeah.
And I had been going there on and off for 4 years.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and we lived here for 2 years. So, you know, I hate to say it, but like, come on. Brew a hazy IPA. Get it in there, you know.
Catch a walleye.
It's up for sale right now for $499,000.
Pretty good deal.
That's, I don't know if any of you know the real estate market in Toronto, but that's like $200,000 less than the average house. I think I saw a plot of land with no house for sale, kind of near Ossington and Bloor for
like $1 million, like
for
1.5,
like $560,000.
Crazy.
Is no house.
Equipment.
You can pay $500,000 for no house.
And
Believe it or not.
this is
In
a
this
full
economy.
functioning business.
Yeah.
Brewery, kitchen, business in a very bustling area.
It is so much foot traffic. It's insane.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah.
And this area is only getting bigger. You can't see right now, but
Oh yeah.
it's so sunny that
There's about 8 condos being
everywhere.
built within a 0.5 kilometer radius of us right now.
You think it's all for the 2 World Cup games that are coming here?
Yeah. People are moving. People
They're
are
gonna
going to
move
sign 10-year long leases.
Yeah. Like
for
we want to be
the
here
World
so
Cup.
we can see these 2 games.
Yeah.
It's in this area. It started as like the Pan Olympics or there's like there's an Olympic thing.
Really?
And so they built a lot of this area up to support all the athletes and people playing
Oh,
or doing the activities, whatever you do in sports.
train?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Participate.
Participate? Yeah. If anyone's a restaurateur out there, we're going to buy Longslice and turn it into the best damn brewery that's ever been in Toronto. And it's not going to be called Longslice. So,
It's going to be called Shortcut.
if I may,
What you doing?
I'm looking at you, Maddie.
Oh.
Let's do it together.
There we go.
Let's do it together, brother.
Maddie's Patties and
Soup salad sandwiches!
Soup salad sandwiches.
Maddie's Patties and Maker Pizza all in one spot. That'd be cool. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
We'll do non-alcs. We'll do hazy IPAs. We'll do...
Or if somebody's inspired by his cooking style and does that, soup salad sandwiches, and that's the menu.
We will have the best Foder Pilsner program this side of Godspeed. And that's my God's honest word.
Look at that.
Yeah. Cheers to
We
that.
have so much skid wood that we can build a footer out of. Especially that blue one.
We'll probably order one
skids.
we'll probably order one from Niagara. But yeah, so it's sad, but if anybody wants to partner, get at me. We'll talk.
That sucks, but it's a great opportunity, and with the price dropping more and more,
Yeah, and
there's other spots as well.
there's other spots around that we heard are suffering tough times, but we don't want to name any names because we don't know if the rumblings are true. We're just going by what is officially out there on the official news channels. We don't really like the fact that the brewing industry is kind of taking a hit in Toronto, but we hope that it kind of finds its footing again, because then maybe, maybe we can all just live in a better world where there's more beer, better beer. And
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah.
That's what we want. We're not, everybody needs to be successful. And I think that's the most important thing. And it's like, it sucks that that's happening, but that's the state of the economy right now. And hopefully it's just a little speed bump in the road. And then we can get back to having a bunch of places around. I mean, there still are. Like, there's still a lot of great places.
Oh,
and it's important to go out and support your local. But
yeah,
it just sucks hearing people that really put their life into it. And, it's also, you gotta change your business model a lot too, right?
Yeah, you have to be constantly changing.
You gotta be evolving.
Henderson went through like 4 iterations of
different things.
And they're just trying to do what works for them now.
Yeah.
And that's,
Well, and then like, I think we might have said like the hybrid model is kind of, like, unless you're really established, like, you got your Steam Whistle, well, even Steam Whistle, I mean, they're with Bose now, but there's a classic example.
Yeah.
But you got, like,
They're
your
partners.
partners, yeah. But, like, you got your Great Lakes doing it, you know, your Bellwoods doing it. Brothers, like, doing it on the rise, probably, but there are other places that are out there, but it kind of comes down to, you know, you gotta partner up with people and like share the resources you have to be able to make both of you successful.
You either do that, or I think what Blood Brothers did, because they're at 3000 Super Test Road now, their production facility.
Yeah.
So they're like way North York.
You got to get cheap real estate.
And that's probably for the space that they have. It's a huge facility, and I don't think they're paying that much.
No, I think they got in good.
Compare that square footage to something in Toronto, and it's probably like 60% less. And that's a great model that they pulled all their brewing equipment aside from their brew house, which is just for show now.
Yeah.
At the Geary location.
Yeah.
Kind of a hangout spot for the Canadian Brewing Awards judging. So it's great to be up there. I don't live near there anymore, but it was nice to like be up in that area. And it's a beautiful event space. It's dark. It's moody. They have great beers on tap.
Style, it's totally their style, which is super cool.
They were super hospitable to all of us. Like, there's a lot of people coming and going. They provided lunch a few times. They provided dinner. It's great. So I mean, like,
and Geary Road is like
Geary
a new hype
is
spot. It's gonna be the new Ossington.
Geary's so cool.
Yeah.
And I lived there like 14 years ago. Me and my buddy Joel lived on Salem Ave, right at the corner of Salem and DuPont. What's up, Joel? We lived there. It was not cool. Yeah. It was like there was nothing going on.
Yeah.
There was a bar right in the corner of Dufferin and Geary called Kitsch. And they served Amsterdam Big Wheel for like $4 a pint on like Thursdays or something. And I would always go there. And anytime I'd come home thinking my buddy Joel was there, we're going to have some beers, I'd text him and be like, where are you? He's like, I'm at Kitsch. I'm like, okay.
For our lager episode, I know what Trevor's one lager is going to be.
Big Wheel.
A little Big Wheel.
Oh, yeah. But that was the last time I was at Blood Brothers before I moved away to Alberta for 13 years was when it was an auto garage and I got my oil changed there. Like, it was a garage. There was no Familia Baldassare.
Yeah.
There was no Good Behavior sandwich shop. Big Trouble Pizza's there too. Greater Good.
Great
craft beer bar and north of Brooklyn in Greater Good. It's such a cool
Toronto
street.
Brewing was
Toronto
there.
Brewing was there. Yeah, they have a lot of cool new spots opening
Pretty
up.
sure there's a porn studio up there.
There's a rehearsal studio up there.
There you go. That's probably what it was.
Space there for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Years ago when I was in a band called Silvercade, you can still find us online if you want to check out some like hot metal, hot hardcore rock. We did an acoustic set on Indie Love Radio. They had a studio on Geary Ave.
Oh, cool.
We went in there and we did like 4 acoustic songs and an interview. Our singer Ryan was supposed to bring my acoustic guitar up from the jam space because he was there. And I was like, hey man, I didn't have time to go grab my guitar. Can you grab it? He's like, yeah, sure. He shows up to this space on Geary Ave with my guitar. Just with my fucking guitar.
Raw dogging it?
I was like, where's the case? He's like, you have a case for that? I'm like, and he just threw it in the back of his Hyundai. It just was in the back of his fucking Hyundai. He just pulls it out. My custom-made Yamaha. I was like, oh my God. You have a case for that? Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Yes,
even if it was a soft case, like.
He's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know. It was funny though. I bug him about that all the time. Okay,
so no shout-outs to Josh.
No, I love Ryan.
Ryan.
Love Ryan. He lives in Vietnam now, so.
Oh, cool. He'll never see this.
He will. He will. He runs a bar down there now. I actually might move down there because this place.
Why not?
It's getting crazy.
Yeah, why not? Tropical Brewery down there?
But Indie Love Radio was there for a bit. I don't know if they're still there now, but
a radio license.
Yeah. A broadcasting license.
They got a knob on the wheel.
Yeah, they got a little bleep, 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 bleep. Oh shit.
Oh man, I'm 88.1 or 88.7. Oh, right
and
between.
I don't know if you've noticed this, if you're a Spinal Tap fan, but my interface goes to 11.
The numbers all go to 11.
More news.
I think there's a Spinal Tap 2 coming out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, they have to do it while all the guys are still alive.
Of course.
I think Michael McKean, he plays the bass player, I think.
I think they're filming a bunch here, too, in town.
Oh, man.
It's cool.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I'd love to get on that.
I'd love to be an extra. Hey, you never know.
Hey, you're not getting it, man.
Yeah.
My interface goes to 11. I don't think why don't you just make 10 the loudest number and have that be the loudest?
No,
nah,
11.
It goes to 11.
It's got to go to 11.
I don't think you're getting it, mate.
Hey, Spinal Tap.
All right, we're back with our American IPA beer tasting portion. We don't know when we're ever going to get American IPAs again because of this trade war. So Greenskeeper Session IPA from beautiful Columbus, Ohio.
Is it?
Well, it's the only place in Ohio I'd want to go. I don't want to go to Cleveland.
What about Dayton?
No.
What about Sandusky?
No.
Fine.
Maybe Sandusky, actually.
Well, yeah, there's Cedar Point there.
I think Drew Carey was wrong. Cleveland does indeed not rock.
Is that the same place?
Shit, I fucked up.
It's fine. Oh, don't do that.
Okay.
Greenskeeper.
You get the
It's a golfing beer. What do we got in here?
Appearance is slightly hazy. Trying to be clear. It's probably, I don't know the ages in this can, but 2025-03. March 11th.
Nice.
That's a freshie. That's like almost this month.
You know what?
It's April Fool's Day. We don't actually have a podcast. We're just fucking around.
This is a joke.
This is April Fool's joke for Jamie here.
I don't know what's happening. I'm not even here. This is very green, which maybe is part of the point.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like
Wow.
it's like it smells hoppy, but it's like fresh cut grass sort of
it's
tasting.
like floral and
but
like
not
grassy.
in an offensive way.
Yeah, not in the noble hop way either. It's more like did they I'm like, it almost reminds me of fresh hop, dry hop, but obviously I know they're not doing that. Delicious. Yeah. Columbus, Ohio, Session IPA from Land Grant Brewing Company. 4.7% ABV on this bad boy. Amarillo, Citra, El Dorado, Centennial, and Columbus CTZ. It's very important. Malt, they say caramel oats and a craft master blend.
What are those?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Are you kilning the oats?
I think they're maybe like putting them in the air fryer, like toasting them up a little bit.
Yeah. Are they doing the sheet pan technique that you invented?
Oh, yeah.
With peaches? That's an old callback. Crushability 6.
Good.
Out of what?
11.
out of 5? Out of 10? Hoppy, refreshing light. So yeah, it's great. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful little Session
Tasty.
IPA.
And we can't find it near us.
Let's judge this. Are American IPAs better in America? Is there a better Session IPA you can think of in Canada? I can. It's not bad, but
I can. There's the one that we will get into next that has a variety of levels of IPA.
yes.
And I think that's my favorite IPA out of America.
Oh yeah. There's flagship one.
Yep.
We're not going to tell you which one it is. You got to keep watching.
You can probably guess.
And listening.
Delicious, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having this.
Yeah. Thanks for being a friend.
What else do they do?
Yeah, they do a lot of cool shit.
Whoa!
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. Holy
New
shit.
recipe.
What does that look like?
So this brewery does a beer called Oh Sure, and it's on the website. It has a huge medallion that says "New Recipe." It's a sure thing. I'll put a little graphic up on the old screen there. More fruit forward, aromatics, less bitter, an enhanced hop profile. It's smooth and an easy sipper. Notes of stone fruit and citrus. It's got a piney edge to cut through the fruit. It's just damn delicious. It's perfectly balanced. It's a sure thing. I was told I had a sure thing once. Then they fired me.
And here I am. Now look at where we are.
And here I am.
Sorry, I got you again.
That was 15 years ago. Okay, I like the hop combo here.
I like the idea of
They actually listed actual malt
Oh, that's
this
cool.
time. Yeah.
Do you think the idea of an American IPA is like a hazy West Coast? Or what is it?
Typically, an American IPA isn't hazy, but now it can be because we've adopted the fact that hazy is okay. 15 years ago, hazy was not okay.
And we're trying to make IPA great again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Canada's already done that in the last 10 years. So,
because what's the hybrid? Is there a Central American
IPA
IPA?
is just like, Centennial. I think of an American IPA as 6 to 6.5% darker than this. Like I probably say like a 6 SRM.
Yeah,
a little bit gold.
Yeah, a little more
and
golden.
clear.
Yeah.
And
But the,
Centennial hops. That's what I think of as an American IPA.
There we have it.
An American hop.
Another slow reveal.
American
slow reveal for the next one.
American hops, American grown barley, and American yeast.
Yep.
Chico from US of A.
No aluminum from
No
Canada.
aluminum from Canada. It's all from
all American
States.
aluminum.
Yep. Yeah, that's an American IPA.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's about as American as apple pie.
Unless they're Ontario grown apples, they get deported.
So Simcoe, Cashmere, Comet, Eureka, Mosaic. That's a lot of hops. Pilsner, wheat malt, and Vienna. I mean, yeah. Oh, sure. They have a whole 12-pack of Oh, sure in the old American grocery store there. Why is there garlic there? There's garlic there, guys.
And cherry tomatoes.
Is this Sweden? We're drinking garlic beer here now. Yeah,
That'd be a lot cooler if we were.
Yeah, it's beer garden season. Interesting.
Cool.
Land grant. Go there if you're in Columbus. But
yeah, why not? Don't worry, we're gonna make beer great again. It's gonna be the greatest thing.
It's gonna be great. I love Shane Gillis's Trump.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, the guy on SNL is really good.
Yeah,
too.
he's really good too.
Yeah. All right, we're back with another beer. Bell's.
We're back with a beer.
Bell's Hazy Hearted IPA.
Trevor, thank you.
Yes.
And actually,
thank you, Ben, Prisma's dad.
Yeah, Ben. Thank you. This is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Because we don't know when we're gonna drink this again. I guess the next time that we go to America. But
I was in Buffalo.
Bell's, I think, is
while ago,
like my favorite American brewery.
Oh yeah, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Shout out.
Hell yeah. I think one of the first IPAs that I ever had was a Bell's Two Hearted at a concert in Detroit.
Yep.
Fantastic. Used to drinking Michelob, whatever bullshit. And then it was like, fucking need something different. And tried an IPA. I think that's at I think I had a fake ID.
Nice.
So I think it was like 1920. Not the year 1920. I was 19 or 20 years old.
It was 1920. The Yankees had Skip Magoo.
It was like probably a Slayer show. Oh, fantastic. So it wasn't hazy because that wasn't a thing back then. It was just Bell's Two Hearted.
Bell's Two Hearted.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that you have a memory of that being your favorite IPA, because when I started homebrewing back in 2012, the very first book I ever read was How to Brew by John Palmer. It was a legend, my boy. And he has this example recipe. He's like, this is how...
Of what he thinks an IPA is.
This is how I go about brewing an IPA. Or no, actually his example was cloning. And he had like a Bell's... He's like, if you're going to have any great American IPA, in brackets, like Bell's Two Hearted. And then I looked forever online to try and find a Bell's Two Hearted clone. And it's just all Centennial hops and American.
And then it turns out it's the
blend
most
of like
simple,
two-row and
it's the most simple beer, but like
a blend of
just
two-row and
so
caramel
delicious.
malts and
It's all the
the hopping.
timing of the hopping regimen, and man, what a fantastic beer.
Yeah.
And then there's the light one that we were talking about. Like, look at that.
That's haze.
That's some haze.
That's a haze.
Luckily, we have this
haze for
beautiful sunlight coming in here, and you can see.
Oh yeah.
There's no way that that's filtered.
No.
We're getting the best
I mean,
bio.
we had a yeast cake at the bottom.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think it just came out as, and you guys can Google and do your shit, but I think it was like just Two Hearted came out American IPA. That's what they did.
Yeah.
You can also look up who the founder was, whatever. Do all the research, or Trevor will do it right now and let you know. But it's probably somebody. Larry Bell.
My boy.
There he is.
1985.
So
I was born in 85.
There we go. I'm 83.
I was born in Colin Bay. There you have it.
He's like he's in the ranks of like Vinny, and like those guys that like started.
And what's his name? Sam Calgione from Dogfish Head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all in that sort of era coming out.
Yeah.
That guy too, Mike Stevens.
Founders. Oh, yeah, of course. Mikey Stevens. Yeah. He was on a podcast a few months ago that I listened to. Yeah.
But yeah, like I think it came out as just Two Hearted, and then it evolved into obviously figuring out all the trends, doing a session version, and then doing
from homebrew shop to brewery. I think that's how it's
doing a hazy based on the trends, and then doing a double Two Hearted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like going in the States,
wow.
You can get those almost that size actually. What is it, 12 ounce? So
yeah, they do like a 963 milliliter something.
Yeah, of a double Two Hearted.
Yeah.
Like talk about getting the job done.
Yeah, I've had those. I've had one. I can remember the most recent was at a baseball game in Arizona. I had a double. I had a tall can of Bell's double hearted.
Yeah, fantastic. So, and Trevor and I just saw a buddy playing at the Great Lakes Brewery. Maddie. And Great Lakes did a clone.
Yes.
Like a full centennial clone of essentially an inspiration from this, I believe. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Great beer.
Fantastic.
Good brewery, good beer, good times.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great. That was the one IPA we had.
I mean, that's the
I actually thought we didn't have any IPAs. Like, we had that one.
We had... It was St. Patrick's Day, so we had a couple stouts.
Yeah.
But, like, the only IPA that we had was that one, because fantastic.
Yeah.
How can you not love it?
Yeah, and
Golden, crystal clear.
I have fond memories of trying one for the first time, because I actually brewed a clone of it when I was first starting homebrewing.
It's the homebrewing special.
And I continued to try it and make it as close to the original as I could.
Yeah.
And I got pretty close when I got into homebrew to save money. I didn't save any money because I just kept on getting more equipment because I wanted to up my brewing game.
Yeah, better it up.
And then I can remember a couple of years ago, we were in Buffalo for a hockey game. Since it's very expensive to go to hockey games here in Toronto, the Oilers were playing the Sabres. Christy is from near Edmonton, so she's a big Oilers fan.
Edmonton.
And I suggested going to Buffalo because you can get 2 tickets at a very good spot in the arena. You can get an Airbnb for the night. You can pay gas, and then you can have beers and food in a couple different places, all for about the same price it would cost you to have 2 tickets and 2 beers and 2 hot dogs at the stadium we live 20 minutes from. When the Oilers are playing.
We don't speak of that stadium.
The Scotiabank Arena.
Okay, we do.
We don't speak of that.
It sounds like Buffalo's 2 tickets to paradise. You can't put the song in.
2 tickets to paradise.
We can't put the song in.
I can sing it.
Okay.
I'm Eddie Money. Fuck you. Is that Eddie Money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but Bell's Two Hearted, I remember I hadn't had it in a long time. I remember grabbing a 6-pack of Bell's Two Hearted in bottles. Just regular.
And bottles.
Yeah, 330 ml bottles.
Yeah.
And I almost forgot one. We were about to check out of our Airbnb. And Chrissy was like, check the fridge. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. There was one of her beers and one of my beers there. I think she got one of the Bell's, Belgian. It was a Belgian beer, or it was like a wheat beer or something like that. And then I had the Two Hearted, brought it home, and I kind of put it in the back of my fridge and forgot about it for a couple weeks. And then I was like digging through the fridge trying to find something else. I was like, oh my God, I forgot. So I had one like a couple weeks later. It was kind of like one of those, you find like a $20 bill in your jeans. You're like, whoa, I have money? That's crazy.
Or a quarter even.
Or a quarter for the shopping carts at No Frills or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta like load up on this basket. No,
Yeah.
you can get a shopping cart.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So that's great brewery.
Delicious beer.
RIP to the
Thanks,
States.
Trevor.
Thank you, Ben. Thanks,
Ben.
I wanted to share it with people, and we're sharing it with all of you.
And then all the little fishies on there, little trouts.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great American
beer.
brewery, but you know,
Yeah.
RIP to the travel of the States, because I don't know when we're going to be able to get back there. Cause it's
Yeah,
just,
real shame.
We'll be back there soon enough. We'll be friends again. Come on.
We'll make North America great again.
Yeah. Let's make North America great again. Let's make North America friends again. Come on, guys.
That'd be nice.
I want to import stuff.
The other nice thing about Bell's is it's like very exclusive to Michigan. Like it sells everywhere, but they have like little brew pubs kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
They sort of do the same thing as Mill Street, or you know, all the breweries having, you know, like sort of like pop-up brew pubs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But the core of what they do is fantastic, and it's IPAs.
Yeah.
And that's like a rare thing, you know. You think you're just like based on building a big lager selling brand or something that's easy.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's this. It's like it's an IPA.
Yeah.
American IPA.
American IPA.
American IPA.
You can't get any more American than
Can't
an
get
American
any
IPA brewed in America. But you can get good ones in Canada too, so don't skimp.
Or yeah, we just brewed here.
We will.
Good.
My brew system's right there.
Good.
That's for another episode, though. I'll unveil that in another episode.
Do you think we're gonna have a brew session?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We'll whip up a home brew sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Probably
in
just
a week or so.
Probably just do Two-Hearted.
Yeah. That would be.
Keep it simple.
We are gonna brew a Bell's Two-Hearted clone on this podcast. So
Actually,
we will.
and my dad Geary, he grew hops, so we can cheat a bit, and it's Cascade, but I have fresh Cascade hops
I love Cascade. I'm not opposed.
grown in the old man's backyard.
Not opposed.
So
Gary,
you can do all
get
those.
your hops ready.
They're ready. They're here. They're in the freezer.
Gary's hops are ready. They're in the freezer.
We're ready to
I know
use
nothing.
them. We're ready to use them.
Great. This is awesome. It's been a great episode. Anything else you want to say?
Thank you, Ninkasi, for inspiring everyone to make great, delicious beer.
Yeah.
Beer goddess.
One of my favorite breweries
Chris.
of all time, Ninkasi.
Oh,
Got me into homebrewing too.
yeah.
Hops?
I don't know her well, but she also infiltrates my dreams very much about drinking beer, and which is pretty much all the time.
Yeah. It's total domination. Really
Very
got me-
spiritual. Yeah, and thank you, Trevor, for supplying these tasty, tasty treats.
I wanted to enjoy them with friends, and so now it's
Too bad it's not you.
two of us drinking here, but I hope everyone's drinking at home. If you can find these,
Enjoy.
let us know what you think. If you want to have us review a beer on the podcast,
Send beer
contact
over.
us on the form. There's a contact form on the website. And for those of you on YouTube, make sure you like this video, subscribe if you get a chance. It'll really help out the channel. And give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to.
The channel is the beer supply.
Yeah. There's a donate button on the website if you want to donate to help out a couple bros, and we'll give your name a shout out on the old podcast here. And that's pretty much it for us.
Do we donate to local breweries too, given the topics that we're talking about today? If you donate,
We'll donate.
we'll go into that brewery and buy a beer to support.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we got to do,
That's what we will do.
and we'll meet you there.
We will.
We can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Good riddance.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, dudes.
I'm Trevor,
I'm the guest host, Jamie.
guest host Jamie. And as always, life's too short. Drink great
Drink
beer.
great beer.
Cheers.